First, he is accompanied by the Enigma, Lucio DeVere. He is Eric Enders.
Nihilistic and sometimes a little unrealistic. Eric
There you go. I like to call him the disrespectful disruptor.
There you go.
And he hates that. Oh, look at this. New gear. New gear for Eric Enders tonight. Look at that. Looking
trimmed down,
yeah,
too.
Looking trimmed down. Looking better. Talk about trimming in shape, though. Let's go to the other side of the ring. First, he's accompanied by banging, insane Jake Wiley. He is one half of the Imagine Tag Team Champions. He is all that. Braden, Elliott.
These rad boys got more game than the Parker brothers. Braden Elliott's jacked up and ready to roll.
Tell you what, once upon a time, we called him Mr. Imagine Live. This kid knows how to fight. He knows how to get it done on the mat, knows how to get it done in the air. He is an all-around package and a phenomenal athlete.
He is. He embraces all aspects of being a professional wrestler. He's about to put it on display right here. Braden Elliott always putting on a clinic here on Imagine Live. Don't sell Eric Enders short. Very, very dangerous man here as well. Veteran of the game.
Crafty. I call him crafty. I don't think he's going to be able to get on the floor, on the mat, and handle a Braden Elliott. But he's going to know tricks that only come through the passage of time and being in a ring for a long time.
Absolutely. As someone with long hair myself, Eric Enders is going to want to avoid that headlock. Much, much tougher to slide that head out of that when you have long hair.
Down in the face. Got him, smashed him hard into the buckle. And here's some of that craftiness that we talked about. A young guy doesn't always know to get to the corner, create some separation, and some call it cowardice. And I think the situation is sort of dictated by the timing, but others would say that's clever. Get yourself a break. Don't let a guy build up momentum.
Absolutely. Eric Enders not someone who loses his composure too often. He usually tries to keep things pretty collected.
Nice,
how it works here.
Nice tight headlock there. Braden, of course, knows the counter, pushes muscle straight through, right into a hammer lock. Well done. Has that arm up high.
Yeah, real deep on that hammer lock.
Interesting strategy there. Might have ripped his own shoulder out. Ripped through, rolled through, able to get out of it.
Comes up with the wrist. Very interesting.
Braden has an immediate answer, though. This is what we're talking about. This kid knows the ins and outs of getting down on the mat, staying up in the air, grabbing a hold, and this is where you talked about. This is where you don't want to be if you're Eric Enders. This kid squeezes like an anaconda with a headlock on.
He does. Braden Elliott tearing a page from my book there, that cartwheel over. Very well done. Not giving Eric Enders an inch to breathe in there.
A little bit of technique there. Well done. This is one of those things. I talked about this with Lucio in the past. I'll talk about it with Enders now. That's the thing. They can wrestle. And so it's even more frustrating when they choose not to wrestle their way out of a match and use every dirty tactic in the book. And this is where I see Braden has an advantage in this match. If you pick up the pace, you're not going to be able to keep up to this kid.
Absolute perfect leapfrog, perfect footwork, beautiful arm drag. It don't get much sweeter than that. Braden Elliott has his man ass down on the mat with a left arm bar there, excuse me.
Watch he doesn't poke an eye. Watch he doesn't pull a hair. See if we get a clean break here in the corner.
2, 3.
Of course not. And then this is the bending or possibly breaking of the rules that we're going to see out of Eric Enders. Now, not giving a clean break. Up and over. And again, deep on that arm drag. Yanked him down hard. Enders is all sort of out of sorts in this situation right now. That arm drag was deep and dangerous.
Eric Enders, a man without a country, rolls to the floor and collect himself. Keep your eye on Jake Wiley, Lucio DeVere.
One thing, you don't want to get too close to Jake Wiley. That kid doesn't seem to have a lot of stability.
You knew these guys weren't going to be out here without getting involved.
Distraction. Dirty tactics by the team of Lucio DeVere and Eric Enders, no doubt about that.
A combined 30 years of experience
there
between
the
two of them.
I just want to remind folks again, we'll be there this Saturday night in Houtzdale.
Braden Elliott briefly able to buck him off. Eric Enders rolls right up to his feet. That's that. Let's do it for the 4th week in a row. The double sledge.
Like I was mentioning earlier, of course, we'll be in Houtsdale this Saturday night. That's a 7 o'clock bell time. Great facility, great people up there. Then just 2 weeks later, on June 3rd, we'll be in Altoona. Tickets will go on sale this weekend for that show. We look forward to seeing everybody at those 2 shows.
We say it every week. There's no better way to see Imagine than live and in person. Get your tickets.
Jake Wiley trying to rally Braden Elliott right now. You know, for a long time, we've called Jake Wiley a strategist, but lately, this kid's really become a wild card. He's, you don't know what. Oh my God!
High angle back suplex.
Wow, and driving the forearm across the face. You want to talk about a close pinfall in the middle of this match. Well, that was, man, that was a rough landing there for all that Braden Elliott.
And disrespectfully steps. No, guy.
Come on, what is your problem?
Stealing the Rad Boys' new merchandise. Those Rumble Buddies. Oh, come on.
Come on. What is the point of this?
Out of here.
What is the point of this?
Referee being real lenient here. I doubt that hurts, but
he's smothering him with that toy. Oh, he gets a toy, a pile driver.
Doesn't you know that pile driver's illegal?
You can't use a pile driver in Imagine Wrestling.
This guy has no respect.
Poor tiny Jake Wiley. I guess we'll call him Tiny Jake Wiley. Devastated by that. Some straight up AEW nonsense going on in this ring tonight.
Yeah, I feel like Eric Enders owes them the price of one Jake Wiley
Here
doll
we go.
after that pile driver.
We just want to remind you then, of course, after Altoona, we'll be back. We'll be in DuBois on the 16th and 17th. We got a flyer coming up by the week's end for that. And then immediately after that, the following weekend, we're in Sykesville at the big Sykesville Ag and Youth Fair. We had a great time there last year. This year we're there on a Saturday. It should be a lot of fun. We have a big announcement coming up next week of a big special guest that's going to be with us in Sykesville.
The Imagination Summer Tour rolls on. Check your dates, check your availability, be at every Imagine Live wrestling show you can be at, and don't miss one bit of the action.
And if you have to miss one of the shows, a great alternative. Of course, there's nothing better than being there live, but you know, the next best thing, get on the YouTube members program and never miss a minute of any of the upcoming events.
Literally 1,000 matches on there on the network.
Even if you're going to be at all of them, there's something sort of special about listening to Dave and DC Bentley's commentary, getting a fresh perspective on it. It is a lot of fun. Did you see the athleticism out of Braden Elliott there? Oh, big knee right in the left temple of Eric Enders. We talk about him being a disruptor. I think he might be disrupted right now after that devastating shot to the left temple. And now, Braden Elliott's starting to build some momentum. 2 clotheslines in a row. The Angry Man clothesline, you called it. Followed up by a devastating body slam.
Braden Elliott's showing some wear, though. He's trying to shake it off.
Ducks underneath, catches the arm, picks him up. Look at the strength. Countered, going for that. I know he called it something. I call it the uncourtier. Beautifully done. Almost won it with a wrestling hold there, the O'Connor roll.
Absolutely. Eric Enders throwing a bit of wrestling there into his
Oh my God!
Flattens him.
See Eric Enders, the back of his head smashed into that bottom turnbuckle.
We'll call that a bazooka drop kick. Fires his man into the corner hard.
Hey, come on!
Watch Luciano over here. Oh, are you kidding me?
This is ridiculous.
Oh, Jake Wiley forearm right to the temple.
Come on now. Sets him up.
There's that no masters drop right on his cranium.
Here comes Jake Wiley in to help his friend. In addition to getting dropped on the top turnbuckle, he got dropped on his face, and now it's a 2-on-1 assault. Come on! Get this situation under control. Both these guys. I'll tell you what I think this was. They didn't care about winning this match. They were only interested in softening these guys up. for the Saturday night. Shame on Enders and Lucio. Get the camera off these idiots.
Yeah, this wasn't a match. This was a planned assault.